Welcome to Meet the Drapers. Give us your pitch.
Wonderful. I'm Manshu Agarwal. I'm the CEO and founder of Ponder, gamified referrals on the blockchain. The reason I started it was because a few years ago, I was single, and I had this friend of mine, Caroline, who's a married girl, and she'd always try to set me up with friends of hers. These are a great way to meet quality dates. A year after that, I was looking for a job. I had a friend of mine, Mario, who knew the hiring manager of the job that I eventually got. So it made me recognize the power of referrals. It's the best way to make a connection between people. And I'm sure all of you as VCs recognize how important that quality introduction is.
Wait, who referred you?
That's true. I thought, how can I make referrals at scale? And I realized that you have to do one thing. You have to make it gamified, so it's fun for the referrer. And secondly, you'd also have to have some kind of reward. Not too much, but a little bit of reward. So I created this product where we focus on dating referrals. And the way it works is,
it utilizes game mechanics and financial rewards to make everyone a matchmaker.
you'll see someone like Sarah here, and underneath are a set of prospects that you can set her up with. If you think anyone's could be a good match, you just drag and drop. The two people are notified. If they like each other, you win $10. If they get married, you win $1,000. And so you have this balance that goes up and down based upon the number of matches you make for others versus the number of matches made for you. You can only cash out once you've made 10 matches for others.
How much do they pay to get matched up?
They each pay $10. So we take $20 from the two singles, we give $10 to the successful matchmaker, we keep $10 ourselves.
And you figure the odds are worse than 1 in 100 that they're getting married.
Exactly. I think we're pretty safe with that.
Otherwise, this business model's not
No,
gonna work.
that might be a little difficult.
What happens?
Good question.
Get your money back.
We only focus on the positive. We only focus on the positive. No money lost if they divorce.
Does Sarah know when we say we think that guy would be good for her, we know that guy?
So you can just matchmake for friends alone, or you can actually matchmake for complete strangers. We found that people actually enjoy matching for even complete strangers, although the match rates are not quite as high as if you have a mutual friend in common. But people just enjoy the fact that somebody has thought who could be a better match for them.
Yeah.
It's far better than the computer algorithm sending you a whole bunch of unknowns.
That's right, you're like a big mechanical Turk for dating.
Very much along those
That
lines.
is hilarious.
That's very much along those lines.
Oh my God, this is fun.
So we have 80,000 users, 10,000 monthly active users. We have a match rate which is 6 times the industry average.
What do you mean by the industry?
The online dating industry.
Online dating.
The current system doesn't work very well. Less than 1 in 4 online daters actually find a relationship, and they spend 7 times more time online than going on dates. If there was any other product that had those kind of success metrics, you'd give it back. You'd say, sorry, this is not working.
Wow.
We're already making money, $1 per active user per month, and nearly half our users are married. They're playing matchmaker for other people. Don't give up your day job, but this is a very nice little bit of extra cash at the end of the month. We've now replicated the model, given that product market fit, for the job referrals industry, which is far more lucrative, because everybody knows that a referred candidate is the best candidate to get, but they have a hard time finding ways to motivate their employee base to make referrals, because it's not fun. It feels like work. We're making it feel like a game. We want people to wake up every morning and say, I want to make some referrals now.
So who pays you there? Is that the corporate? Or you get?
That's where the company pays.
Ooh, you may want to have to pay the matchmaker more than that.
Oh, sorry. So $10 for the first, where they both like each other digitally, and then if they end up getting a job, then the matchmaker wins $1,500. But I'm sorry, we get more from the company. We get $3,000 from the
So the
company.
$1,500
goes to the
back.
matchmaker.
So you're splitting it over.
Exactly. And we've got a lot of margin to play with, because currently they're paying $20,000 to $30,000.
Sure.
So as long as it's far less than that, it becomes a no-brainer for a company.
Yeah.
And we've done a deal with Recruiter.com, which will share their entire database of jobs, over 20 million job seekers, to immediately become the largest job referrals platform in the world.
What did you do before you started this?
I was actually working for one of your portfolio companies, Tim, Synthetic Genomics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was working for
That's
Craig
a big switch for you.
It was, because I felt the pain points myself. I actually found the job through a referral. So yes, it was definitely a switch, but I understood what was required in order to overcome those problems.
If this fails, what would be the reason?
I think the reason would be we haven't engaged the referrer sufficiently, such that the lifetime over which they stick around is great enough to be able to overcome the costs of acquiring them.
How how do you look
How do you get the-
solve that problem?
Sure. So one thing is through deals with recruiter.com. So immediately we get a low cost of customer acquisition. And then secondly, we have to iterate constantly on the user experience to make it fun, to make it enjoyable, to make it a challenge. We want to feel like a puzzle, like a Words with Friends type of experience.
Like they want to keep coming back to say, I did that so well. For those people, I want to try
Right.
these people.
Exactly. And the monetary aspect is there, but it's not the core. The core is that feeling of goodwill you get when you do something good for people.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately, what we want to become is a new type of social network where instead of being passive consumer of content on most social networks, right, here you're actively helping others and you're being helped yourself.
The other thing I'm trying to grapple with, okay, two businesses and not much in common, okay, just because you're a software platform, because the dynamic characteristics, okay, people are looking for a job, career versus people who want to have a social life, a date, but it's more emotional over here versus more, career and economics involved. So you had to pick one business that you personally feel passionate about.
So we quickly realized that we weren't dating app, we weren't a job referrals app. What we were is a way to make people come in and make connections between entities, between parties. So the same user experience can be replicated in many different industries. Yes, we can't go to too many because we'll be stretching ourselves thin, and I totally agree with you that, but we can do the ones that we think strategically make the most sense. So we think recruiting, dating, and the third one being for all the other industries where matchmaking can be really helpful, such as investor-investee, roommate matchmaking, even babysitting matchmaking. All of those will create an SDK so that other companies can take, other developers can take our package and utilize that for that specific sector.
Oh, so you want to be a platform company now?
We'll be a platform
I see.
company,
Oh, that's
absolutely.
interesting.
Good. You got good.
That makes
Great.
sense.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for coming
Thank
to
you.
Meet
Thank
the
you, it's been a pleasure.
I think I presented my company in as good as light as I could. I've been to a lot of VC meetings, so I was expecting this to be very much along the lines of a traditional VC meeting. It was a lot friendlier. There was also a good number of opinions from different sides where there was a lot of disagreement. It allowed me to put in some points that I wouldn't have done if it was just straight questions. I think Tim really got what we were trying to do. I think he can see the potential for how disruptive this could be. From an addition to the world, we think that this will have a tremendous impact.
So now let's see what the judges thought. But remember, you can be a judge yourself. You can invest in Ponder. Polly, what did you think of Ponder?
I got kind of excited at the prospect of matching up different people with different people because it wasn't about the money. It was more about the competition of being the person that's so smart about people that I know that I can match them up. Or if I look at a profile of someone, even that I don't know, the idea that, oh, I bet that would be good for my sister.
Vish, how about you? What did you think?
His fundamental thing is he just wants to make connections, so which is pretty good because, connections you can make using tools, and now he's saying he's a platform. So my feeling is unless he focuses, and maybe the jobs or the dating, they're all still crowded, as I mentioned.
I like the babysitting one.
And I think that's why he just need to go a little bit deeper. His message be different.
I would be willing to back this if done right, and it looked like he was a man who would do it right. I mean, I liked him a lot.
Too. Well, he said he had a higher success rate than the online dating things. I guess it's a smaller amount of data, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to the crystal ball.
Beanie. You're pondering.
I'm pondering a referral to another sphere. Now we vote.
Yeah.
And know that these are the votes of the judges.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can vote at home.
Exactly.
Go to meetthedrapers.com and you can also invest. Here we go. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs all around. Wow. Oh, that is really interesting. That was really interesting.
Not a complete one.
And I was mostly interested that I was a thumbs up.